Okay, here we are rolling now, and we are in the locker room here prior to the BYU Cougars going on to the Honda Center here for the first round of the Western Regional NCAA playoffs. We're speaking with Jonathan Tavernari. He hails from San Bernardo in Brazil. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good, good. I would say, ¿cómo está? Pero en español.
Hablo un poquito. Hablo un poco.
No, we're going to go in English, but here we are covering as many of the teams that are in this tournament because this has been a great achievement for you and for this team and, and for this season.
Right.
Talk a little bit about how your accomplishments and your contributions to the team.
I think, personally, I think I made a huge, leap sides from my freshman year. I just came in as a backup, guy from, the Player of the Year, and I ended up getting Freshman of the Year. But I think the most important thing is that, we won the regular season, and I started my career, right, and I kind of saw the senior leadership and things we need to do to become successful in the college level. And, and I was able to, as a sophomore, help my team, win back-to-back championships. Hadn't done for about, 28 years back at BYU. And it's just one of those things that you just learn as you go. So back to my second NCAA tournament where I have a whole lot more responsibility than I had as a freshman, and as a career of a player, my whole life, that's the next step in my life. So I'm really excited about that.
Jonathan, let's talk a little bit about your background, your upbringing, how you became involved, and how you eventually became very committed to playing basketball.
Well, my mom's a basketball coach, big time basketball coach in Brazil, and. So my dad is a soccer guy, but my first soccer game, I was a goalkeeper. We lost 8-1. So I think that was the beginning, the end of my soccer career. And my mom just started taking me to the gym, and you're a Latin American guy, so you kind of know how those things work. You just know you're really close to your mom, and my mom is my hero. And just since the first time I touched a basketball, when I was 5.5, I just never stopped.
The land of Oscar Schmidt, of course, one of the world famous.
The Holy Hand, yep, you already know.
And of course, his legendary skills as the Olympic player for Brazil. So many Olympics that we saw him play, and especially in the upset of the many big-time teams. But Oscar, is he still doing things with the kids there? Yeah,
he's really involved with, where he has his own basketball league, kind of like, imagine like the NBA and the ABA or something like that, and. He's really involved. I mean, he's still a national hero. I think, Oscar, he's, I know my three-point shooting is my strength, but I think the most thing that I try to follow him is his work ethic. It's just how much he loved the game and how much he's tried to, have the game of basketball in Brazil grow up. And, I think my presence here in America and how Brazil, I get a lot of exposure from my country. I'm probably one of the better players that play in college for Brazil right now. So that helps the publicity of the country and the basketball for Brazil as well. So it's a lot of responsibility, but it's just one of those things that you pray and you're glad that you have.
Let's scope in now on Coach Rose going to recruit you. What were some of the things that he was convincing Jonathan Tavernari to come to the United States for?
You know what? The most important thing he told me was that he saw my mom coaching, and he said, I'm gonna push you, and I'm gonna make sure that you play, and I'm going to coach you the same way your mom coaches you. Okay. And from all the coaches that said, they said, oh, man, we're going to put the ball in your hand and this and that. But he was the only one that looked me in the eye and said, I'm going to teach you how to play defense, and I'm going to push you sometimes even more than your mom pushes you right now. And I didn't think that was going to be possible. But the main thing about Coach Rose is that, I'm so open with him, and he makes me feel like I'm back home talking, just being coached by my mom. So that's amazing, and I'm just so glad I came to BYU.
Two more quick questions. The course of studies that you're majoring in at BYU?
I'm an international relations study with a minor in business. And I look forward after I'm done to, just being international, businessman, and, but hopefully I'll be able to, go on my career after college.
Also then for the national team, would the call or the bid go to Jonathan Tavernari to come back and play for Brazil?
Yeah, well, I have contact. I have started contact, since my freshman year to go back to Brazil, play, for some teams for the South American Championship, the Pan Am, and even the Olympic qualifying in Vegas. And you guys covered that. And
we did.
But it's just one of those things that I got my commitment. First commitment is to BYU and to Coach Rose, and I told him, I said, before my time is done at BYU, we're going to win the national championship. So And that's the most important thing for me right now. You know, I love my country, and the greatest honor for an athlete is to represent his country and to listen to the national anthem as, you know, you win a competition. But right now, this time in my career, I have to follow my heart, and my heart, you know, tells me that I need to do everything I can to put BYU, you know, back on a national stage.
NCAA March Madness, infectious all over the world, because in 19 days now we're going to be focusing on one game, and that's the college game. You have your work cut out for you, Texas A&M, and if you win, then UCLA.
Most definitely. I mean, you know, it's. I understand it's one of those things that you can't just avoid to think ahead. But I think, you know, UCLA will be a crazy game because, you know, last year I didn't get a chance to play against UCLA, and it's just one of those things that, you know, as long as you take things one step at a time, I think you'll be fine. You know, like you said, you can't avoid, you know, to play one of the best teams in the country, probably one of the best freshmen in the country right now. And, you know, but, you know, for us to be successful and to be able to play UCLA, you know, we can't look ahead of Texas A&M, a heck of a basketball team.
Jonathan, a lot of the fans, the young Latino fans, we're going to be knowing more about you. We're going to put this on our regular program, and possibly go onto the web, as you know, the website. But before we let you go, could we ask you to give just a little bit of inspiration to all of the people that live in East LA, and want you to do it in English, and then, if you would, in Portuguese. No, Portuguese.
I don't know, just something my mom always told me that, you know, do the best thing, do the best thing you can of all the situations, and, you know, just have confidence in yourself, and, you know, just try to do the best you got from every situation, and just have confidence in yourself, and just be sure to just be a good person, because God will take care of you.
Absolutely. E em português, por favor.
Tenha confiança em tudo que você faça e tenha certeza que se você aproveitar e fizer o máximo do que você puder com as oportunidades que você tem na vida, tudo vai dar certo e Deus vai te abençoar.
Obrigado. Thank you, Jonathan. Okay, there's a Tavernari. We'll see him very, very soon here as they take the court and warm up and practice. We're going to be focusing East LA Sports Team cameras right on this young, fine student athlete out of Brazil, São Bernardo, and he will be representing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll be back in a moment. Mil gracias. Okay.